here at the Wallace Civic Center on the campus of Fitchburg State University, as we're getting ready for this MASCAC semifinal matchup between the Falcons of Fitchburg State, the number 2 seed, against the number 6 seed, the Salem State Vikings. Daniel Bolak, Sherman Whitland here with you on the K-Zone and on FATV tonight. Let's talk about the starting goaltenders a little more. We'll start with the Salem State rock and goal, Jason Bucciarelli.
He's like what you call Iron Man. He has started every game this season, and he is the man. He is their rock. He is their brick. He is their wall. Their what can you say? He is the heart and soul of their team, and he's going to go as long as he can take them. And he's taken them to this point all season long, and here they are now for this big game, which is about to get underway. Which you mentioned, the Falcons are going right and left to right. It'll be the Vikings going right to left, and the face-off is underway, and it goes to the Vikings.
Vikings win the draw. It'll be dominating on the far side, pass up ice, hops over the stick of Michael Casale, and it'll be taken by Evan Burns for the Falcons back in his own end. Burns circles around to the near side boards, tries to clear the zone, gets it over the stick of Alexi Mustiniemi and down the ice, but it's out of the reach of James Gordon and Ricky Kramer, and icing is called. And
you mentioned Kirby Saris getting the call. They've been rotating goaltenders, but seeing the success that Kirby Saris had, he is the one who gets the call to start tonight. Falcons in their home white with the gold and green, and the Vikings orange with blue and white.
Draw taken to the neutral zone. Mustiniemi and Zerbe battling for the puck, taken by the Falcons, but a delayed offsides, and they blow the whistle as Salem touches up, interestingly enough. 19:33 to go in the first, so 27 seconds in. We'll get some more specific numbers for you. So for Pucciarelli, 27th game, 27th start, 10-11 and 5, 2 shutouts on the season, 289 goals against, 922 save percentage, 78th career game for the senior from Newmarket, Ontario. For the Falcons, Kirby Sari, his 13th game played, 285 goals against, 929 save percentage with a 7-3 and 2 record on the campaign. His 32nd career game played, and again, just his 2nd consecutive start. Here's Tyler Warilla for the Falcons, drops off for Sasha Figge, shot through traffic, goes off the leg of one of the Vikings into the right wing corner. Picked up by Ryan Wilkinson, pulling up the near side boards, now ahead to the red line for Mackenzie Cook on the right side, shot saved by Sari, juicy rebound, but Falcon quickly getting to it, and that is Warilla back into the lineup after having missed the last 5 games. He was out with an injury, but the Falcons were resting him, making sure he was healthy for tonight. And now here's Warilla trying to get around Trey Olson. Not quite able to do so yet. He's got to get his legs out under him, you know. As we said, he hasn't played since the Plymouth State game when he took a shot high up in the head from Ryan Stevens. Stevens got 5-minute major. The Falcons scored 2 on that power play and was part of their 4 power play goals that led them to win 7-5. Patrick Germain behind the Salem State net, trying to find Chris Vicario, can't do so. To the near side boards, kept in the zone by the Falcons. Around to the left side wing, into the corner. Chris Vicario, backhand pass goes nowhere. Brandon Wolf takes for Salem. Up the left side now, Daniel Campbell enters the zone. The officials say they entered illegally. Offsides is called. 1:46 into this contest, no score.
It's going to be a booster shot for the Falcons to see that Tyler Warilla is back in the game. He is one of the best players, and he is going to be a key to this team's victory tonight. Having his energy, his presence there is going to be a booster shot for the Falcons.
13 goals, 14 assists, 27 points from just 16 games for the sophomore from Shirley, Tyler Warilla. Falcons have it back in their own end. Brian Glover holding on to it, makes a pass out to the left side and finds Patrick Germain off the boards. Germain dumps in, takes a strange bounce off the boards, goes towards Pucciarelli. He'll knock it away into the right wing corner. Salem will try to retrieve on the near side boards. A battle for it. Kyle Hillick comes up with it for the Falcons. Pushed into the boards by Mustiniemi, now Eklund. Brandon Eklund's had a hot late go to this season. He's already scored 4 goals in that last cycle of play, tripling his goal tally from his career. Into the left wing corner, Hillick tries to get a shot on goal, deflects wide to the right. Eklund picks it back up, backhands it along to Kevin Perry. Perry around the boards to Burns at the right point. Burns takes a shot, goes wide. Picked off the boards on the left side. This is Josh Victor. Victor on the left side. Lose the handle on the puck, sent around the boards by Callum Hofford. Falcons send it back around to the left wing corner, and Hofford takes it back at his own end. Flips it out to center, and along by Mackenzie Cook, and into the Falcons zone, and both teams are going to change lines here.
3 minutes already gone in the first period of this game.
Puck deflected out of play as Derek Makema tried to keep it in the zone. It goes off his stick and straight into the Falcons bench immediately to his right, and will get a draw. 3:02 gone in the first.
So far, good job by the Falcons keeping the puck in the Vikings' end, the Vikings' defensive end, keeping the pressure on and forcing some turnovers to keep the play in their end.
Ricky Kramer up the left side boards now. Kramer trying to find some space. Goes for a centering pass and misses 2 targets in Dean Zerbe and James Gordon. Vikings come back the other way to the left side, looking for a one-timer pass. Nobody on the doorstep. And now Fitchburg back the other way, a 2-on-3. And Zerbe will flip it around. Parker Wood into the zone, into the right wing corner. Wood's got it for the Vikings. He'll move around to the left side. Wood throws it off the glass into the neutral zone, up to the near side. And here's Derek Makema. Very dangerous for the Vikings. 22 points, leads the team. Shot is stopped by Kirby Sorry. He'll hold for a draw. And afterwards, Connor McPherson and Mackenzie Cook getting tangled up a little bit after the play, but they have no words for each other. Not yet, at least.
No words yet. Too early for that because there's too much on the line right now. You don't want to make a mistake and have a stupid penalty cost you early in the contest because that could hurt you later in the third period.
The Falcons' power play has really picked up in the late goes of the season. They've increased their power play efficiency from about 13-14% about a month ago to 21%. A penalty would be dangerous for Salem to take. That's a game they don't want to try to play. Puck in the neutral zone and a foot race to the puck. Ryan Wilkinson for Salem. Can't keep it in the zone as it goes to Casey Miller, and they'll go back to the decor. It'll go to Trey Olson, who will gain the red line, pass up left side. Too far for Wilkinson. Josh Shaboyu gets to it for the Falcons around the boards to the far side. Fitchburg trying to flick it out of the zone. Wasn't kept in legally by Salem, so they have to tag back up. And Fitchburg will flip it down the ice, and a delayed offsides against Fitchburg. They have to let off now. And Salem will now get a bit of breathing room as they'll bring it up to the red line. Dump in and change from Trey Olson. Alex Jocelyn back. I thought he was going to miss the rest of the season with an injury, but he is healthy to play tonight. And back in the lineup, helped shore up that decor for Fitchburg State. Shot from the left side by Brandon Wolf is stopped by Sorry, and he'll hold on. 15-17 to go in the first, no score.
So far, the Falcons have done a good job keeping the Vikings at bay. And the shots that so far Kirby Sorry has taken us from a long distance. He's had a chance to get a good look at the shots and make those stops and hold the puck and get his team ready for another face-off, make the line changes, and we're ready to go.
Draw will come to the right of Kirby Sorry. Draw taken by the Falcons, and Jocelyn will send it around the boards down the ice to the neutral zone, where the Salem decor will get it, but a bad pass will be intercepted by Vicario. Take it to the right wing corner in the Viking zone, and around he'll go to the left side corner. Perry's got it, go along for Patrick Germain. Germain in the right corner, tries to turn around, get a shot off, blocked by Mustaniemi. And now Hayashi to the right wing corner again. And Germain falls down, loses a handle on the puck as it goes behind the Salem net, and Alexei Mustaniemi will take it. Try to send it around the boards. He finds Wood, who will dump it down ice, goes off the skate of Brian Glover back into the Vikings zone. They'll have to retrieve and reset again.
And Falcons are making a line change.
Falcons will change lines. Parker Wood gets a touch on the puck just before he goes to the bench to prevent an icing call. And Fitchburg will try to go the other way. Touches Kevin Perry in the neutral zone before going all the way down, so icing is waived. Fitchburg's got a chance out in front, a shot whiffed on by Hillick. Set back to the red line. Perry touch on for Hillick, tries to find Eklund. Now taken by the Vikings and Connor Irving into the zone, into the right wing corner and behind the net. Burns out to the far side, tried to find Victor. Got to Irving first instead, and Victor lays out Irving as well. Back behind Kirby Sorry it goes, and Burns retrieves with Victor throwing it along the boards and flicked up in the air to the neutral zone. Perry can't glove it down, but Hillick gets into the zone legally, gets a shot off, but it's blocked by a Viking. Back the other way, this is Connor Irving, pass to the right side. Turning around, trying to find something as Dom Nitty finds nothing. Fitchburg comes back the other way, but Kyle Hillick's all by himself with 4 Vikings in the vicinity. He'll just flick it down the ice. And the Falcons will change lines again. 13:20 to go in the first. On the far side, Zerbe, left side, gets a shot and a save by Pucciarelli, his first of the night. Zerbe again on the left side boards, loses the handle. Salem will bring it up ice to the red line, dumped in, and a shot high and wide to the right off the stick of Ryan Wilkinson. Into the corner, pinned against the boards. Salem trying to dig it out. Eventually it is dug out, sent down the ice, and it's not going to get to the goal line for icing. Trey Olson will go and get that one. Cucciarelli was thinking about it, but instead he waits for Olson, knowing that there's some Falcon pressure coming there as well. 12:40 to go in the first, no score. Pass around to the near side in the Salem zone. Gordon and Olson going forward on the near side boards, but taken away by Casey Miller around to the far side. Mackenzie Cook, see if he can make any play on it for Salem. He'll send it down the ice is what he's going to do. And icing will be called with 12:25 to go in the first.
So far, the Falcons have done a good job bringing energy, a lot of energy, just keeping the puck, keeping all the play in the Falcons' defensive zone. For all the time they've had in their zone, they've only mustered one shot on goal. The longer it stays there, the more opportunities they will have on Cucciarelli.
Face-off won by the Vikings, and Wilkinson will take it on the near side. Taken off the puck by Sasha Figge. Figge, a dangerous freshman for Fitchburg State, gets a touch on the blue line. He had the winning goal the last time these two teams met. Figge trying to shake off the defense, tries to get a backhand shot. Doesn't go anywhere, second chance blocked in front. DiNicola now on the left side. Jocelyn with a shot, that's blocked as well. It's not to say, it's like Fitchburg only has one shot on goal right now, as icing will be given here. But it's not to say they've only attempted one shot. They've attempted several, just only one has gone all the way to Cucciarelli.
Only one has gone through because the defenders have been right in the way. The defenders have said no shots tonight so far. Actually, just one shot tonight so far on goal.
We'll see how well Salem will do with the shot blocking game. After all, Salem gives up 37 shots on target a game, which is a lot more than they did in years past, those dynasty years, if you will. And I think blocking a lot of shots will help them tonight. Because you know, both these teams, I mean, we're going to see at least 35 shots both ways tonight, I believe, on target. But we'll see what we have tonight for defense, trying to help the goalies as best they can. The two 35s dueling in goal, Kirby Sari and Jason Cucciarelli. Salem will retrieve the puck behind their own net as Fitchburg changes lines. Now bringing up the far side is Callum Hofford, flipped into the zone, taken down by Josh Shaboyu, and moved along to the neutral zone. Corey Hayashi tries to dispossess Niemi as it goes into the right wing corner. Germain pushed into the boards by Dan Holland. Onto the far side boards, Hayashi tries to play it along. One of the Vikings goes down, but we play on. He just tripped and fell is what he did on the far side boards. Vicario into the zone. Vicario trying to split two defenders. And a poke check, but dangerous play there. And Germain ends up knocking down a Viking when he wasn't able to get to the puck. But again, puck was in the vicinity, so we'll play on. Salem sends it into the Fitchburg end. Right now, Fitchburg's had, I think, a little more time of possession, just not as much in terms of the shots on goal. Still just 3-2 in favor of Salem State. Perry with a shot right off a Viking skate, but it finds its way to Hayashi at the left point, but it's two Vikings there to take it back the other way. Shot, jumping save by Sari. Made that one with his shoulder. Falcons try to clear, but there's no glass there, just the rest of the Falcon bench.
10:27 left to go here in the opening period here at the Wallace Civic Center. No score between the Falcons and the Vikings in this MASCAC tournament semifinal.
I know when I call him that Nick Ballard filed for the Sentinel and Enterprise a day or so ago, talking about tonight's game between Fitchburg and Salem. Fitchburg State coach Dean Fuller, he praised Jason Cucciarelli as one of the best goalies in the conference. And obviously the Falcons know they have to find a way past him to get to the conference championship, somewhere they haven't been since 2011. Fitchburg has it on the near side, exiting their zone. Jocelyn, lead pass for Brandon Eklund. It's too far for him, and winning the race to the hash marks is Dom Nitty, so icing is called with 10:16 to go in the first.
Your impression so far of the game as we reach the halfway point of the first period?
I think Fitchburg's looking good thus far. Salem's doing well to block shots, and Fitchburg's done well to limit Salem. No high danger chances for either team thus far. Face-off will go to the right of Sari after the icing. Draw one by the Vikings. Shot is saved by Sari with the blocker punched up into the netting and out of play.
That was his toughest save of the night. In other shots, he's had good vision. That time he was screened, but still managed to get a look at it and make the save.
Got a lot of high shots up there where Sari's had to stand up. One save, he had to basically jump in the air and stop it with his shoulder. Very interesting we're seeing out of the junior from Cape Elizabeth, Maine, and Kirby Sari tonight. Shot on, kicked away by Sari. Taken from the left point by Bill Hickey. On the near side boards, Miller trying to get control of the puck, but isn't able to do much with it. Now a tie up in the near side boards. 4 or 5 players trying to dig it out, trying to take control. It'll go into the left wing corner and around Connor McPherson. And to the far side boards. Quick, sharp passes by Fitchburg, quickly intercepted by Salem. Fitchburg still can't clear the zone, still pushing, still trying to make their way. Finally, it's across the blue line and out of the zone, all the way back into the Vikings' end. And now they try to reset, regroup, and Salem's got a bit of a chance, but the pass too strong for Miller as he goes into the right wing corner and taken out of the play there by Connor McPherson. To the neutral zone off the skate and legs of Olsen, flipped high up in the air. Self-pass to himself by Connor Irving. And back into the Falcons zone, off the boards. It's Landon Hassenfuss. Got his first career goal against Fitchburg State in the first meeting between these two teams, has not scored since. Josh Saboyu now battling with Dan Shea. But Fitchburg takes control. This will be sent down the ice. Looks like icing's going to be called here. And it will be called as Trey Olsen gets to the hash marks. 8:54 to go in the first. Still no score.
Still no score, and so far we're just seeing, once again, the Falcons doing a good job, for the most part, keeping the puck out of their zone. When it's been in there, they've kept the Viking offense back at a distance, even though right now they've been outshot 6-2.
Limiting the high danger chances for now. It's definitely helping Fitchburg. Falcons will try to carry it out from Gordon. Gordon on the near side. Flipped in towards goal. Pucciarelli will settle it, and he's going to cover with Dean Zerbe lurking around. It is a shot on target, although a bit of an easy one there.
Yeah, that's one of the easier shots you'll see for a night. Now, as you mentioned, even though there aren't many shots on goal right now, 6-3, it's early. And like you said, with each goaltender, they've been seeing 35, 40 shots. Like you say, wouldn't be surprised to see even 40 shots for each goaltender tonight.
On average this year, Pucciarelli has seen 37 shots a game. That's 13th in the nation. But Kirby Sari's seen 40.09. That's 6th in the nation. The average goalie that's qualified only sees about 31, 32 a game. And those extra shots make a difference. They really do. Into the neutral zone, laid down at the red line by Olsen of Salem. Taken now by Warilla for the Falcons. Tyler Warilla trying to get around 2 Vikings. That's some nifty moves, and that's a goal for Sasha Figge! Beautiful moves by Tyler Warilla, splitting 2 defensemen, just keeping the puck alive. And quick, sharp passes finished off by Figge. 8:08 to go in the first, and it's the Falcons who strike first.
Falcons strike first. It was Sasha Figge who got the game winner when we were here 12 days ago, and he gets the first one to start to get the Falcons on the board. And on the replay, you see the passing, Warilla to Figge, and I think it's to DiNicola who may get the other assist on the goal.
Looked like Figge was trying to make a pass to DiNicola on the other end, and it looked like Pucciarelli sold out for that pass as well. And that was able to open up the net for Figge to put it past Pucciarelli and get the goal. With 8:08 to go in the first, it is 1-0 to Fitchburg State.
7:50 to go right now in the first period. And they're going to send the puck back down to the Falcons, and it looks like
icing was called. We look at the records for these two teams. The Falcons 8-4 when they score the first goal. The Vikings 2-9-1 when they concede the first goal. Nowhere near Fitchburg State's 8-2-2 when they concede the first goal.
But still, you don't count out the team with the history, the reputation of the Vikings, because they've been here before. They know what it takes to win.
Only the freshman on this Vikings team is yet to see a conference championship game as a shot goes wide. A rebound off the boards, and Sari was in position to make the save, and he holds on for a draw.
Big play by Sari. Good job holding his position to make this 2 saves.
We have the confirmation on the goal. Sasha Figge's 19th of the season from Tyler Warilla and Nick DiNicola. And for DiNicola, his 31st assist of the season. Incredible numbers for the junior.
DiNicola has been quite the playmaker for this team. It seems like all the offense goes right to him, and when he has the puck, good things happen.
I would like to say, too, what praise to the Falcons that you can give as a shot taken backhand by Casale, turned away by Sari. The Falcons able to get a perfect cycle, 6-0, without Tyler Orilla, who is, I think, their most dynamic player. But what a playmaker Nick DiNicola has been for the Falcons this year. DiNicola and Figge able to get along without him. But just to think, the addition of Orilla back to the lineup is only going to make that first line even stronger for Fitchburg State. Race to the puck, no icing as it was waved off. Orilla got a touch on it. He picks it up on the near side boards. And now Hillick on for DiNicola, keeps the puck, he shoots it, and hit the post!
It looked like it went in, but the referee said no goal.
I thought it'd gone in too, a redirection in front, and that one ends up going wide to the right. Maybe we'll have a replay on that one as we come back the other way. Dan Shea, centering pass, nobody there. Shea ends up getting his own pass into the right wing corner. Now along to the left side, and it is Irving. Irving trying to leave it for Shea around the boards. DiNicola will get there first, and he'll flip it down the ice. Softly enough so it won't be icing.
Waved off.
And the Falcons change lines. Now Irving will send it into the zone. Thought the Vikings might try to make some changes behind that, but not so. They'll stay with who they've got on the ice. As Hillick will make a pass up for Glover, bit too strong, and taken by Olsen. Olsen along for Hassenfuss. And into the zone, Jocelyn nudging it along on the near side, trying to clear the zone. Olsen gets a shot, but it's wide to the left of Sari. He knows not even to bother with that one. Back along behind the net, Jocelyn along the boards for Hayashi. He's sent into the boards. Olsen can't keep it in the zone. Fitchburg trying to push it along and out, further down, but pushed back by Salem. Back into the Falcons' end. Glover gives it off, gets it back. Glover trying to protect it with Jocelyn. Third D pairing for the Falcons here. And a stretch pass tries to find Kevin Perry. Hits the linesman. Fortuitous for the Falcons. Would have been icing otherwise, I believe. Pittsburgh's got the second line out. They've got Gordon. Drop back pass. It'll go to Glover back at the D. 5:15 to go in the first period. 1-0. Flipped into the zone and right in the vicinity of Brody Heleno. And so icing has to be waived as he hits the one right next to the puck at the goal line. And Salem just sends it down the ice, a touch at the red line to prevent icing. Victor, pass from Kramer, now back to Kramer. Can't find Zerbe. Zerbe tries to take it off the stick of Wilkinson. Now a pass from Miller is out of his reach, and icing is called with 4:52 to go in the first. Fitchburg leads 1-0.
1-0 on the goal by Sasha Figge from Warilla and DiNicola here in the first period.
4:52 to go in the frame. Face-off will be to the left of Pucciarelli. They've got let's see, Fitchburg in the middle of a line change, which they're allowed to do after the icing. Salem had to get everybody squared away, get all their tired legs back on the ice. And now pass up the right side, taken by Brandon Wolf. Wolf waiting for the numbers, strong pass to the left side, too strong for Wilkinson. It's behind him, ends up going behind the Fitchburg net, but taken by the Vikings, going to the right point. Shot from Callum Hofford goes nowhere. Fitchburg having trouble clearing the zone now. And Cook sends it to the right wing corner for Wilkinson, but Fitchburg tying up with them. Cook getting it back, looking again for Wilkinson. There's a chance on the left side, but good defense as Burns lays his stick down and doesn't let Casey Miller get a shot on goal. On the left side, puck poked away again, and now Vicario.
Potential 3-on-2 here, but offsides.
And that happened too after Jermaine got run into by one of the Vikings on the right side, and he stumbled across the blue line. He couldn't tag up and stay on, but the official's not going to call interference on that either.
And you can see with the expression on his face is like, he had a 3-on-2 opportunity and couldn't capitalize on it.
Face-off taken by the Vikings and Bill Hickey, one of the handful of freshmen on this Viking roster. Sent it along the boards, and Josh Saboyu in his own end tries to clear it on the left side, and that was one of the things Salem did very well, as we'll take a moment, as DiNicola on the right circle. Gets a pass off for Figge, tries to put the moves on, but it's poked away off of his stick by Parker Wood. On the far side, Salem tries to come back, a soft shot on goal, maybe looking for a redirection, didn't come. Sari covers it up and pushing and shoving after Salem tried to charge Sari afterwards, try to get at the puck there.
And Sari said, I'm just stepping away from here right now. You guys do you take care of your business. When you're done, I'll come back. 3:47 left to go here in the first period. Falcons on top, 1-0.
Draw one by the Vikings. Shot is blocked out in front, and Fitchburg takes control. And now Warilla gets to the red line, tries to get around one of the Vikings. And there's a move towards goal, and DiNicola blows a tire right out in front. And you see Warilla, he made the push on to spring DiNicola. He had the moves on, and they are going to call a penalty on that. High sticking is the call with 3:29 to go in the first. And we're going to have our first power play of the night.
And we'll see who's going off. It's going to be number 6 for the Vikings. So it's going to be Bill Hickey who goes off for interference.
I believe high sticking was the call.
High sticking is the call, thank you.
And ultimately, probably a good penalty to take with DiNicola right out in front, basically a breakaway on Pucciarelli. But since he was right out in front of him, they couldn't call a penalty shot.
And as you mentioned, the power play has come a long ways over the last few games for the Falcons too.
Now up to 21%, 26 for 122 this season. That's 4th in the MASCAC, 20th in D2 and 3. And the Vikings will clear it down the ice. The Vikings penalty kill, 79.7%. 5th in the MASCAC, 63rd out of 88 teams in D2 and 3. Could be a little better. So Fitchburg, they did get a power play goal in that 3-2 win over Salem State. That was the first goal that started their comeback. Minute 20 to go on the power play, 2:50 to go in the first. Falcons lead 1-0 from Figgy's 19th of the season.
1:15 left to go in the power play for the Falcons.
Fitchburg taking their time. Now they'll reset, bring it up ice. And McPherson gains the red line, dumps in and around the boards. But getting to the puck first was Heleno for Salem, and it's rocketed down the ice into the right wing corner on the other end. Fitchburg will change out the lines. Had some tired legs out there. Now Figgy with a quick pass to DiNicola. Falcons didn't start that power play with their top line, since it was their top line that drew the penalty. Now they have their top power play line out on the ice. And Warilla will gain the zone. Quickly shoots it in off the boards. Mr. Niemi gets there first. Figgy thinking about pinching, but ultimately thinks better of it. Doesn't want to risk a breakaway. And Salem ultimately clears it again. Might as well get the clear. Might as well let them have the clear as opposed to letting them have a shot at a breakaway. And that's so Figgy makes ultimately what he feels is the wise move there. He'll try to bring it up on the near side with 20 seconds to go. Shakes off one Viking and was able to shake off a second one long enough to get a pass around the boards. But Nitty able to take it. Warilla tries to keep it in the zone, can't do so. And Brandon Wolf charging to try to make something happen. Now Wolf loses an edge, runs into Sari. Sari gets out of his way. Back pass for Warilla on the left side. Tries to find Vicario, now Gordon. Penalty is over, and the Vikings back to full strength as Hickey quickly skates across the ice out of the box. Warilla on the left side, sent to the boards by Casale, but Warilla stays on his skates. Warilla holding, just trying to keep it away from the Vikings. Now a pass off for Burns, takes a shot, and that deflects somewhere away from the goal. Now we're at around a minute to go in this first period as they still fight for it, and DiNicola able to keep possession in the far side corner of the Viking zone. Warilla keeps it in with his backhand, passes it back behind the net, and around the boards finally cleared. And Fitchburg will retrieve.
And we got a whistle here.
A slash has been indicated. Slashing called, and DiNicola looks to be the guilty party, and he is incredulous. He does not.
He's looking like, who, me? What did I do?
He can't believe that call. And so 47.8 to go in the first, and Salem will get their first power play of the night. And their power play's not that bad either. 19.8%, 5th in the MASCAC, 32nd in the nation. The Falcons' kill, on the other hand, best in the conference, 88.2%.
And this power play could take the Vikings into the second period, but first the shot, the puck is cleared down to the Vikings' end, so we'll have to regroup.
Falcons doing well to win the draw and send it back down the ice. So slashing the call against DiNicola, coming with 47.8 to go in the period. Again, this will carry over into the second unless the Vikings equalize. But now the Vikings just trying to get into the Fitchburg zone, and now they've gone and done that. It's Michael Casale holding in the left side circle. Casale drops back for Hofford, now to the right side. Back for Hofford at the point. Hofford fakes a shot, tries to get it off, and Zerbe ends up hand passing it out of the zone. But that's fine enough. There's no recipient for Fitchburg, so as long as Salem touches it first, and Pucciarelli has to go and get it, so that works out well enough.
So it works out, and that's how the period's going to end.
Salem regains the zone as the buzzer sounds, and it was offsides anyway. So good kill for the Falcons to start, but they've still got to kill off 73 more seconds, regardless, through 20 minutes of play.
Light period for shots on goal, 9 shots on goal for the Vikings, 6 on goal for the Falcons, but the Falcons got the one that counts the most.
The Falcons now lead 1-0. Sasha Figge getting the lone goal for Fitchburg State with 8:08 to go in the first period. The assist from Tyler Warilla and Nick DiNicola to make it 1-0, and that's all the goal scoring we saw in what was, as you said, a very light period when it came to shots.
Very light period when it came to shots, but a good period as far as energy that the Falcons provided. They provided the energy and kept the puck in the Vikings zone, it seemed like, for the better part of the first period. And they seem to have control, and the great play with Tyler Warilla making a difference. Already back. He said he needed some time to get his legs. It seems like he's got his legs already. It's like he couldn't wait to get back on the ice.
Oh yeah, that's what it looks like to me as well. So one period complete at the Wallace Civic Center. It's Fitchburg State 1, Salem State 0. We'll take a break and we'll be back. Semi-final between the number 2 seed Fitchburg State Falcons and the number 6 seed Salem State Vikings. We're getting ready for the second period here in Fitchburg, where the Falcons lead 1-0. Daniel Bolak and Sherman Whitman here with you on the KZone 105.3 FM and AM 1280 WPKZ and simulcasting on FATV tonight.
And great to be on radio and television tonight, and for everybody on FATV, thank you so much for joining us. We're glad to be here to bring all the action. A big game for the Falcons, and a win tonight. They punched their ticket for the conference championship and maybe a trip to the NCAA Division III tournament.
The Falcons, last time they were in the MASCAC championship game was 2011. It was against Salem State as well at the Rocket Arena in Salem. A very exciting contest that led to the Falcons winning 6-5 in overtime. Trevor Lawler, a minute 8, got the winner there to give the Falcons their first MASCAC championship. But the Falcons didn't go to the NCAA tournament that year. The MASCAC didn't have an automatic bid. It was the second year of the conference, and a conference that's newly formed has to go 2 years before they can get 2 years with no automatic bid before they can get one. And the Falcons and the MASCAC, they were in the second year of that probationary period, so they were not invited to the NCAA tournament. In fact, their previous championship, 1999, they won the ECAC Northeast. And that year, they also didn't have an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. The ECAC Northeast got one the following year because, of course,
because of the probationary period.
It wasn't even the probationary period back then. It was just the way things worked back then. They didn't really believe in automatic bids to everybody until the calendar flipped into the 2000s. And so the Falcons have all these ECAC championships, 8 banners that hang at the Wallace Civic Center, commemorating the ECAC and MASCAC championships that they've won, and another banner for regular season titles, but they've never been to the NCAA tournament. They've never even played in a championship game where they knew if they won, they would go to the NCAA tournament. If they can win tonight, they're going to get that opportunity on Saturday, that chance to finally go through to the NCAA tournament, a place they've never been before in the sport of ice hockey.
Uncharted waters, and you might say uncharted ice for the Falcons too. We've got a moment or two before the second period starts. What would you say are the keys to this period for the Falcons?
Well, they've got to start by killing off the 73 seconds of penalty that remains. And of course, Nick DiNicola also in the box, one of the better Falcons players as well. So that's going to be one of the challenges, to kill off the rest of the penalty. And from there, just stay with their game. They played very well in the first period, definitely limited Salem, didn't make Kirby have to work that hard. And that's going to be one of the things. Try to make sure that Kirby Sari doesn't have to bail you out time and time again. It'll be great if he can, but you don't want to put him in that position to begin with.
Yeah, if you don't have to make 40 saves, then let's hold off for another time where he has to make 40 saves and win it for you.
Yep. And Kirby's used to seeing that many shots, 40 saves a game. 40 shots on target he sees a game. Vikings dump it in, and Fitchburg immediately flushes it down to the other end. There's still 45 seconds to go on this Salem State power play. Again, their first of the night after Nick DiNicola went to the box for slashing. Blast from Callum Hoffer just wide to the left of Sari. Fitchburg gets to it first on the near side boards, and Josh Victor again sends it back down the river.
Good kill so far by the Falcons, and we're got 30 seconds to go left in the penalty.
Michael Casale racing into the zone. Nifty move to the goal, a shot, a save by Sari. Rebound was dangerous, but Casey Miller could not get himself squared in the right direction. What a rush from Casale, the senior captain for the Vikings. He knows it'll be his last game if the Vikings don't pull another goal and pull out the win in this one. Still 5 seconds to go on the power play. On the left side, it's Daniel Campbell. He'll go to the right point. Nitty holding, goes to the right side for another pass. Wine, fire by Olsen, and that one doesn't go through. 3 shots already for Salem in this period. But
the penalty has expired.
Another chance, shot save out in front. Might have even been blocked out in front. Another dangerous chance for Salem State. Now a turnover, Campbell falling down. Shot saved by Sari, he holds.
Kirby Sari coming up big to start the second period with 4 big saves.
He needed to make those stops there. I said it's nice if Kirby doesn't have to bail you out, but there he had to bail him out.
And it was a good thing he was there.
14 saves now for the junior from Cape Elizabeth, Maine. And now the Falcons get some fresh legs on the ice. And hopefully the coaching staff, they've told them as well, you've got to be aware of all this. You've got to be, it's like, you've got to play better defense than that. That's all the great chances that Salem has had in this game. All their best scoring chances just came in the first 1 minute, 32 seconds of this period. But Fitchburg still in front. They dodge all of those arrows, if you will. On the neutral zone, Salem settles at the red line, dumps in. Saboya will be the first to get there for Fitchburg. Saboya brings it around to the far side, dumps it down the ice, but it's knocked down by the Vikings, and that was something Salem was very good at in the last meeting between these two teams 12 days ago, was forcing the Falcons, keeping them in their own zone, even leaping up, grabbing the puck out of the air and dropping it down. So it seemed like Fitchburg really had to flip it high up in the air to get it out of the zone. They really made it challenging for Fitchburg. Shot from the neutral zone, stopped by Sari. Slammed down the boards, and this is Dina Cola in the left circle. Gets a shot, what a save by Pucciarelli on the one-timer from Biggie. And applause for the Viking faithful who've traveled about an hour and a half to get here to support their team in the MASCAC semifinals. Again, the Vikings looking for their 5th consecutive MASCAC championship appearance.
Big save by Pucciarelli going from post to post to make that stop.
He hasn't started 52 consecutive games for nothing. Now Salem regrouping. Bustiniemi trying to push it towards goal into the zone, but it's deflected into the right wing corner. Falcons now going from right to left in the home white uniforms. Green numbering, gold trim. Vikings in the road orange uniforms, blue numbering, white trim. They're going left to right. Battling forward in the Fitchburg zone. Both teams really having trouble possessing the puck now. It's hard for anybody to settle it, but now Warilla has it. Back in his own slot, pushed off his stick by a Viking. Now for Jocelyn in the left wing corner. And it's Glover who has trouble getting it around Campbell. But Fitchburg finally able to get it on the far side. Jocelyn flips it down the ice, but this is going to be icing. And it's going to come back into the Fitchburg end with 16:28 to go in the second. And already Salem with 6 shots in this period after getting 9 on target in the first.
And that puck was moving dangerously closer and closer and closer to the net of Kirby Sari. The Falcons have got to get the puck out of their defensive zone because the Vikings have started to take control.
Face-off won by Salem. They get a shot that deflects over the net into the right side corner. Try to be dug out there by Makema. Derek Makema, backhand pass, knocked down by Warilla. Makema gets it back. Jocelyn makes a nice move to dispossess him. Salem keeps control at the left point. Now along into the corner. Centering pass intercepted by Fitchburg. Cleared to center. Nitto will retrieve for the Vikings. Wood sends it in, and Sari will settle it down in front of his net. Vikings changing lines. Glover pass up. That's going to be icing as it was touched on the wrong side of the red line by Glover.
No chance to make a line change just yet. Falcons are in need of making a line change. We're 15:52 to go here in the second period. Falcons holding on to a 1-0 lead. Thanks for joining us on the K-Zone and FATV on this Tuesday evening from the Wallace Civic Center.
The draw will come to the right of Kirby Sari and tired legs, but now the team's arguing over who should be where, and Warilla's skating towards the bench. As well, they had 6 skaters on. They determined Warilla was not one of them on the ice at that moment. Although the Falcons would have liked to have him on the ice in this moment.
But you can't go 7-on-6.
And so I figure if they got everybody squared away, they rule Vicario shouldn't have been on the ice either. Somebody else is going to come back. Oh, Warilla was actually the right guy. They sent the wrong guy off is what they did. It should have been, they disagreed on who should have been that fifth skater for the Falcons.
So Warilla will handle the faceoff.
Yep, because of all of that, you have to kick the center out for that one because you're delaying the game by not sending the right guys to the bench and all that. I mean, the player, you'd like to say the player should know who was on the ice and who wasn't, but it benefits them if they pretend that they don't know. On the near side, Cook trying to center, can't get a pass off. It's taken down, and now Warilla bursting down the right side. Tyler Warilla, he'll shoot, but it's deflected off the stick of Mustaniemi. On the left side, Germain, and Hayashi there as well. Warilla has to skate off because his legs are tired. Two players taken down behind the play, but the officials will say play on, and the Falcons will come back the other way, and this is Hayashi on the right side boards. Hayashi will take a shot, glove saved by Pucciarelli. Not much drama there, he'll hold on for a draw. 15:08 to go in the second.
Second period here at the Wallace Civic Center. 1-0 Falcons on the first period goal by Sasha Figge at 11:52 of the first period.
Draw will come to the left of Vikings goaltender Jason Pucciarelli. He has made 7 saves tonight on 8 shots. Just the Figge goal. Great individual effort. Intercepted pass. Kramer, nice moves. Kramer shoots. Saved by Pucciarelli. Rebound is loose, but Pucciarelli's got that one too. Kramer intercepted a breakout pass from Salem, was able to make some nice moves and get a shot on. But Pucciarelli there to make the stop.
Big save and big cover up. That easily could have been 2-0 Falcons.
Great chance for the Falcons, not able to cash in on that one. Still have a lot of hockey to play. 14:58 to go in the second. Draw will come to the right, the left of Pucciarelli on the right wing circle. And Fitchburg wins the draw. Burns takes the shot, deflects wide to the right of the cage. And behind the net, Fitchburg looking for a bad angle chance, and a shot goes off the side of the net. Kramer looking to dig it out for Fitchburg. On the left side, pass into the corner. Back for Kramer, takes a shot, saved by Pucciarelli. He had trouble gathering up the rebound, but Salem able to clear it. Not sure if he did that on purpose or not. And now Pucciarelli behind the net, nearly stole it away, but they're going to call something.
They're going to call offside, and they might even send the face-off down to the Falcons' end. And that's what they're going to do.
As the puck exited the zone, came back in, and Zerbe obviously never tagged up.
Zerbe was knocked down, maybe didn't see what happened, and so that's why the call. 14:31 to go in the second period.
Face off to the right of Sari, controlled by the Falcons, and Hillick skated up, backhand pass taken down by the Vikings, back into the Falcons and Burns. Burns with caught deep pair with Josh Victor, skates around the net to the far side. Vic and Burns still trying to push it along, but two Vikings pinching there to try to keep it in the zone, and now Hillick gains the red, dumps it in. Pucciarelli willing to play it along the boards, but finds Perry, and looking for a redirection, might have gone off a Salem stick and into the netting there. That could have been dangerous. Very strange there.
Very strange, and we'll have to see where I think they might move the face-off outside.
If it came off a Fitchburg stick, then it looked like it was high enough for a high stick ball.
High enough for a high stick, so outside the blue line.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair. 14:03 to go, second period.
Figge will take the draw for Fitchburg. Battling with Miller. And Miller will win the draw for Salem. Kept just outside the zone, but kept on the red line by DiNicola, and now pushed back into the zone. Figge around the boards, but only Salem will go and get it. Fitchburg will set up for the neutral. They'll set themselves up in the neutral zone. They'll let Salem come to them here. And Mustaniemi will just dump it in, play it off the board. Saboya will get there first for Fitchburg. Now Fitchburg taking their time. Orla with a pass up. Figge will just put his stick down, get a touch on it, prevent an icing. And now Fitchburg will try to go after it here. Into the right wing corner around the boards. McPherson's going to come up on the left side. Tries to get a shot on. Then bad angle, just missed. Wide to the right. Back to the defensive end. And Warilla basically playing surrogate defenseman.
While the Falcons make a line change here.
As he and McPherson had swapped places. Salem trying to come back, and they'll put it into the zone. Glover behind the net. Pass tough to handle for Fitchburg. Try to clear the zone. Vikings can't keep it in. Dan Shea did a good job, but just couldn't keep it inside the blue line. And Fitchburg pushes up on the near side boards. Pushing it into the Viking zone. Jocelyn gets a shot, goes wide to the left. Germain will get to it on the right side. Passed up, but intercepted by Salem. Back the other way, and comes, and it is Shea. Shea on the right wing, takes a shot. Kick saved by Sari. Rebound, tries to bank it in off Sari. But Sari sees it and is able to cover it up as well. Nice try there on the rebound, though.
And a little extracurricular activity in front of Kirby Sari.
And Salem had gone a couple minutes without really having a good shot on Kirby Sari. But Dan Shea took the shot on the right side and trying to play off the rebound, try to get bad angle shot, bank it in off of Sari and in. But Sari was wise to it and was able to shore up the post just well enough to keep it from going in and cover it immediately for a draw as well. Evan Burns back in his own end behind the Fitchburg net, moving to the far side. Burns looking for a pass straight out of the zone, back out and back in. They say play on as Salem is touched up on the right side. It's Daniel Campbell on the right side. Campbell battling, looking for a centering pass, goes off a stick away from the intended target. There were two there for Salem, and it just went in a perfect spot where neither of them could make a shot for a one-timer.
That puck was deflected away, so he couldn't get a good open shot there.
Fitchburg gains the red line, and Burns dumps in. They'll look to chase after it. Trey Olsen gets there first for the Vikings, not kept in legally by McPherson. Just went over the blue line.
Just over.
And the faceoff will come out with 11:45 to go in the second. 1-0, Fitchburg in front. Sasha Figge back in the first. Tomorrow on the K-Zone, we'll bring you Celtics basketball. The Celtics host the Charlotte Hornets. We'll have all the action from the TD Garden starting at 7 pregame, 7:30 tip-off right here in the K-Zone. Vikings win the draw, holding back in their own end. And Salem will push up on the far side, but the pass intercepted and sent back in. No icing.
No icing.
And a chance off the boards, and a backhand chance from Di Nicola is stopped by Pucciarelli.
No icing because Figge won the race to the puck, and the icing was waved off, so they got the opportunity and the shot on goal.
It looked like it was close enough. I was never expecting an icing either, and I don't think Salem thought they were going to see an icing call either out of that. But Figge won the draw to make sure there would be no dispute, and they were able to get a quick chance on. Now the draw coming to the left of Pucciarelli. Fitchburg wins it. Di Nicola spins around, puts it behind the net. Hickey will get there for Salem. Will try to move it out on the far side boards. And Salem will look to do so as Fitchburg backing off a bit. Try to play up in the neutral zone. Warilla will send it all around the boards. And now Sapoyu on the far side. Cook able to sort of stop the puck movement for a moment, as now Salem gets it on the far side. Hickey lost a handle on it. Fitchburg trying to come back the other way, and Di Nicola on a one-on-one. Di Nicola on the left side. Backhand pass. And a shot by McPherson is stopped by Pucciarelli. On the left side, Salem looking to recover. Nice moves there by Don Nitty. Into the zone on the right side. Miller gets a shot. Goes off the side of the net looking to play it off the boards, looking for a centering pass, but nobody there in orange for Salem, and it comes all the way back down into their own end. Michael Casale skating laps in his own end. Pass up ice, missed the mark. Jocelyn takes for Fitchburg. Di Nicola flicks on into the zone. Falcons change lines. Pucciarelli moves it for Casale on the near side. Salem finds Casale again, but dispossessed. Eklund finding Perry. Perry with a shot saved by Pucciarelli. Rebound goes behind the net, where it's dug out in front. Hillick can't get a shot off. Couldn't get into shooting position, might have been held.
Had an open net too.
But no calls coming from the officials, just one penalty either way as we've reached the halfway point in this contest. 9:51 to go in the second. The score still 1-0, Fitchburg in front. Sent back down the ice by the Vikings, but it's in reach of Evan Burns, so icing will be waived. And Fitchburg has to shake off a defender. Burns trying to get it out of the zone. They'll do so on the far side. Mustaniemi for Salem. Pushing it on the far side. First centering pass looking for Shea or Hassenfuss. Can't find either of them. Shea, bad angle shot. Trying to find that little sliver of space. But Sari shores up the post again. Won't let him have it. And Fitchburg clears to the red line, where Salem will go D to D. Hofford, pass miss Shea, and icing will be called.
Yeah, sorry, shut the door on that on-angle shot. Listen, Sunday morning, 10 a.m. for the K-Zone's featured show, Extreme Genes, with Scott Fisher and Boston genealogy expert David Lambert. Sunday mornings at 10 on the K-Zone, 105.3 FM and AM 1280 WPKZ.
Faceoff will come to the right of Jason Pucciarelli after the icing. 9:14 to go in the second. Shots now 16-13 in favor of the Vikings. They're 9-6 Salem after one. Draw taken by the Vikings, and Hofford sends it high in the air, and it ends up landing in the Fitchburg bench. And
so they'll do it all over again in the Vikings zone. Falcons doing a better job of keeping the play in the Falcons in the Vikings zone. They had problems earlier in the period with the Vikings on the power play. They're doing a good job keeping all the action in the Vikings zone.
Draw to the left of Pucciarelli, pinballs around, Burns, winds, fires, goes just wide. Lead off the boards and taken by the Vikings. Pass not cleanly played on to Campbell. He's able to prevent a check from Perry, and he's able to send it to the near side boards. But Fitchburg playing well enough, keeping it away. Vicario gains the zone. Vicario has it poked off his stick, but Hayashi trying to follow on. Pinballs into the slot, dangerous location. Backhand chance whistle blows. What have we here? A penalty to be issued.
Coming up.
Elbowing is called.
We'll see who's going off.
I think the guilty party is a Viking.
The guilty party, number 18, that's going to be Dan Holland going out for elbowing at 8:39. Actually, 11:21.
Yep. 8:39 to go in the period. Holland's 10th minor penalty of the season. The Falcons on their second power play of the night. Both teams 0 for 1 thus far. Draw will come to the left of Pucciarelli, and Fitchburg will control the draw. Onto the right side now to the point for Warilla. Back to the right side. Holding there, shooting, blocked in front. That was Figge who took the shot. And the Viking who blocked it, a bit slow to get back up, but he's back up, not looking incredibly mobile right now. Trying to get his wits about him. As Figge back in the right circle, back for Warilla at the point. Warilla holding, takes a shot, deflects twice and goes wide to the left. Di Nicola picks it up, looks for a center, tries to find Gordon. Puck will stay in play as it popped high in the air. And now Warilla back at the point. Falcons believe with all forwards on the ice right now.
Brody Helena moving very slowly on defense after blocking that shot.
And a mess going out in front, and it's in the net!
Sasha Figge does it again.
A scramble in the goal mouth as the puck popped up in the air, and Sasha Figge was able to put it in for his second goal of the game. The Falcons lead 2-0.
A battle in front of the net. And Sasha Figge was there, found an opening, and just put it home.
Look at the replay as it's popped high up in the air by Pucciarelli. It lands in the paint. A mess going out, and Figge on the right side able to push it through. And you couldn't really call goalie interference or anything either.
That was more like a 5-on-3 advantage because Brody Helen was hurt by the shot. He couldn't get off the ice, and he was too slow in getting out and just had lost his mobility after blocking that shot.
Kind of crazy how that all developed. I was wondering if they were going to blow the whistle for something. But, you know, it just popped up in the air after an initial stop by Pucciarelli off his blocker, but then it just landed in the paint, and it went all helter-skelter there. And at the end result, the Falcons have their second goal of the night from Sasha Figge, and it's 2-0 to the Falcons. And Figge, a freshman from Cloton, Switzerland, has his 20th goal of the season. Amazing. Parker Wood tries to center, found Kyle Hillick right in front of Kirby Sari. Got tied up in his skates for a moment, but he's able to get it away from danger for just a moment. Now Cook with a shot and a save by Sari. And he shuts the pads. He had it under his right pad there.
Big save by Sari. 7:02 to go in the period. And Falcons up 2-0. Tomorrow night we've got Boston Celtics basketball. Celtics take on the Charlotte Hornets from the Garden. Pre-game 7 o'clock. Tip-off Grandy Mac 7:30 on the K-Zone. 105.3 FM and AM 1280 WPKZ.
Shots now 17-15 in favor of Salem State, but the scoreboard says it's 2-0 Fitchburg, and that's a little more important right now. Zerbe gains the red line, long shot on target, and Pucciarelli will just glove it and hold. Must be a little frustrated with himself. I was a bit surprised he didn't actually try to appeal for goalie interference. He seemed to accept when the puck went in the net that there was nothing illegal about that.
There was nothing he could do about it, and all he could do was let it go and play on. And now we've reached that point where we've had 2 goals scored. Now we come to that point to where we wait for that third goal. That third goal of the game is the most important goal of the contest.
Absolutely, but we can't say it may decide this game. After all, Fitchburg had a 3-0 lead just a few nights ago, last week against Worcester State. They had a 3-0 lead. They gave up 3 consecutive goals, and Worcester was able to tie it. So no lead is safe, especially not in the MASCAC, not this season with teams with such high octane offense. After all, Fitchburg State too, 4.44 goals a game, 6th in the nation, but Salem, always a tenacious team, and they came back from 2-0 down to win against Worcester as well. Well, just a few days ago on Saturday. Dan Shea into the zone, drop pass for Wilkinson, a shot on, sorry, looked a bit crossed up there, but it went just wide. DiNicola on for Saboyu, behind the net and around. Trying to find Warilla, picked up by a Viking. Big hit by Saboyu there on Dan Shea. Puck right at Shea's feet, had trouble playing it on. And Saboyu just charged right into him, no call. Nothing illegal about it, I don't think. 5:35 to go in the period. Fitchburg still trying to get it out of their zone. Salem backing off a little bit, but Fitchburg struggling a little bit on this run of play, if you will.
He might have left his feet to make that hit.
Might have. Looked a little aggressive, but the officials haven't been calling too much tonight.
No call, and so
Morello with a blast from the right point. Pucciarelli will stop that one and hold for a draw. 5:16 to go, second period. Fitchburg State 2, Salem State nothing.
If you're Fitchburg State, you got to be feeling good about what you're doing. Just keep playing your game. Just keep the pressure on. Now's not the time to be complacent. Just keep putting the pressure on. Just keep playing your game. Keep playing your game. That's the most important thing you can do right now.
I truly believe that's so important, to play your game for 60 minutes. And don't let the score affect how the game goes. Don't let off just because you think you have a lead. You should know by now, no lead is safe. As the Falcons going towards goal, it was Kramer and Gordon. Couldn't get a clean shot away, though. Burns whiffs on a clearing attempt, and someone loses their stick and a glove. That was Burns losing both of them.
Yeah.
He was able to kick it along in the end. And Fitchburg,
he's got a stick, but he still doesn't have a glove.
We'll have to deal with it. Zerbe trying to move around Hickey. Zerbe centering pass, and Kramer getting a redirect on. Pucciarelli making the save there.
4:43 left to go here in the second period. Saturday we got a sports triple header in the K-Zone. We got the Red Sox and the Yankees, the Bruins and Canadians, and we wrap up with the Celtics and the Houston Rockets. All the action Saturday on the K-Zone. You're home for the most live games.
Draw comes to the left of Pucciarelli. Burns got his glove back in his hand. Now they've made sure that his glove is off the ice and back securely on the hand that it belongs to. And Fitchburg gains the zone. Germain, we have a whistle. The official was signaling for delayed something. That was the linesman.
Like a delayed offside.
Could very well have been. They're going to move the face-off all the way down to one side of Pucciarelli. Again, 4:32 to go in the second, 2-0 Fitchburg.
Delayed offside because he raised his hand and they didn't get out of the zone quick enough.
Jocelyn takes a shot, maybe looking for a redirect from Germain. Couldn't get it, goes wide. Picked up on the right side boards by the Falcons, but now Salem will take. They'll bring it up ice, 3-on-3 more or less. Brandon Wolf with a pass looking for a one-timer for Campbell. Campbell falls down, lost an edge, couldn't get anything on. Campbell got a nice shot off earlier in this period, falling down as well. So it's like you can't discount him just because he's fallen down either. Dom Nitty on the right point, goes to the left. Flicked on to the left wing corner for Campbell. Campbell looking around, trying to get into a shooting position now. Nitty gets a one-timer pass in the side-to-side movement, and Campbell shoots and scores. Nice strong passes. Nitty had a wide open chance to shoot for goal, but instead he goes for the pass. It was a smart play, it was the right play. And Daniel Campbell on the one-timer is able to beat Kirby. The Vikings are on the board with 3:54 to go in the second.
16:06 the time in the first goal. And we said the third goal could be the most important goal of the game. It means that we've got a hockey game now.
2-1 the score. Third goal of the season for the alternate captain, Daniel Campbell, senior forward out of Waterloo, Ontario.
And important because the Vikings have been here before. They know what it's like to play in a tournament, and they know how they find ways to win.
They have lots of playoff experience. Again, 4 consecutive appearances in the MASCAC championship, whereas for Fitchburg, they haven't been there in 7 years. And the Vikings, the 2-time defending champions, trying to extend their dynasty. The Falcons trying to end it tonight. And that could have given Salem a spark of life as well. As Cook moving around in the slot, tries to get a pass off. Nobody there for Salem. Morilla loses an edge, and so does Cook. Everybody blowing tires there. And puck just loose in the neutral zone.
Cleared.
Nobody really wanted it for a moment. Very strange how this is developing, and now Salem's got a bit of a chance, a 3-on-2. Nice break up there by Saboyu. Fitchburg coming back with Di Nicola. He's got Warilla. Warilla on the left circle, takes a shot, deflected wide. Right off the line change, Salem will clear. Victor picks up in the neutral zone, has trouble holding on to it, might be a breakaway. Towards goal, Makema, save, rebound, score! Ryan Wilkinson with the follow-on, and we are level with 2:42 to go in the second.
Beware the bouncing puck. That puck just skipped away. It's been skipping away from everybody, and then suddenly, boom. Look at this on the replay.
Makema getting a breakaway on goal, and Sari able to make the save, but it bounces off his pads, and before he even has a chance to get back up, Ryan Wilkinson follows on and is able to put it, elevate it over Sari, put it in the net, and just like that, we are level at 2. Salem has done it again. They've come back from 2 goals down. Just the puck hating everybody. Quick shot and a glove save. Casale with a blast going to the top right corner, and Sari flashing the leather and throws the puck down with disgust.
Sari got the glove up. They got the glove up, made the save in heavy traffic.
Face off to go to the left of Sari with 2:34 to go in this second period. A new hockey game, 2-2 the score. Fitchburg wins the draw and will skate it out. Zerbe on the right side. Zerbe trying to bring it into the zone, but Salem able to muck it up there. Now Casale into the zones. Casale on the right side, shot blocked out in front by Burns. Onto the right wing corner. Salem trying to dig it out. And a shot, a blast from Casale, definitely a misfire. It goes wide to the right. And Fitchburg makes a strong pass up ice. Gordon has to get past 3 defenders. Gordon able to push it towards goal. A couple of fans want a penalty, nothing given. And Fitchburg comes back the other way. Salem, in fact, comes back the other way. They gain the zone, drop pass. Quick shot saved by Sari, kicked up out of play. Holland with the chance there for Salem. And suddenly the Vikings, they're playing very strong now late on. With 1:49 to go in the second, they found their wind.
They found their wind. They've got their energy, and you can see they're just a little quicker in their step heading down the ice.
Draw will come to Sari's right. And Fitchburg really struggling. They blow the whistle, didn't like something with the faceoff. They wanted to reposition a couple players. Fitchburg wins the draw, and Glover will take it back in his own end. Glover behind the net will go for Germain, missed him though. Lately, the passes have just looked really sloppy for Fitchburg. They've been struggling to control the puck, and that's really hurting them. Especially, I guess, the rough ice and warm weather as the game goes on. Can't be as fancy. Long stretch pass. Waiting at the blue line was Germain. He's able to keep it onside. A quick shot by Vicario goes wide to the left. In the left wing corner, it's Germain. Into the right wing now, and Hofford blows a tire. We've had some of those as well. Behind the net, Fitchburg trying to set up for something. And Salem trying to clog all the passing lanes. Fitchburg just moves out in front, a chance stopped by Pucciarelli, another chance cleared out by the Vikings all the way down the ice, and the puck dies well short of the goal line. Fitchburg has to go back and retrieve it. Now under a minute to go in the period. Long stretch pass knocked down by Warilla. DiNicola races to get to the loose puck, but sent into the boards on the left side by one of the Vikings. DiNicola trying to dig it out there. He's able to do so. DiNicola with the centering pass finds Saboyu. He shoots, saved by Pucciarelli with the shoulder. Salem looking to clear, and they're just able to get it to the neutral zone and no farther. Fitchburg circles around, sends it back in. Vikings blasted out of the zone, back to the neutral zone. McPherson to Saboyu. Saboyu just dumps on goal, and it's gloved by Pucciarelli with 15.5 to go in the second.
What started out as a 1-0 game then became a 2-0 lead thanks to a power play score, and then two quick back-to-back goals by the Vikings. A brand new game, and like you said, you can't be pretty. Just stick with the basics. Go back to the basics.
Those two goals came 72 seconds apart for Salem State, and how quickly things can change in a hockey game. A 2-0 lead suddenly and instantly evaporates, and it's 2-2. And you know this is going to be another game that's going to go all the way down to the wire. Buzzer sounds, and we are through 40 minutes of play.
Shots on goal, 22 for Salem State, 19 for Fitchburg State. But the score that matters right now, shots in goal. We're tied at 2.
Just an amazing turn of events. Great moves by Salem State, taking advantage of a couple of errors for Fitchburg. And just like that, they're not going to let them off the hook that easily. We're going to go into the second period, tied. We're into the second intermission, tied at 2. So 20 minutes to decide who will advance, or maybe more. We might have overtime coming as well. I hope we don't.
Oh boy, if we have overtime, it could be a long night.
It could be.
It could be a long night or it could be a very quick night. But recapping the scoring, Sasha Figge got the power play goal at 11:52. Then it was back-to-back goals for the Vikings. Campbell scoring at 16:06. Wilkinson scoring at 17:18. We are tied at 2. We played 40 minutes of hockey, 40 minutes down, 20 minutes to go.
At least 20 minutes to go. Hope it's not going to be any more than that. We'll see what we've got. In any case, we're going to take a break for the second intermission. Fitchburg State University getting set for the third period of play between the number 2 seed Fitchburg State Falcons and the number 6 seed Salem State Vikings. 2-2 going into the third period. Daniel Bolek, Sherman Whitman here with you on the KZone 105.3 FM AM 1280 WPKZ and FATV as well. Special simulcast for a special game.
Special game. Thank you for everybody joining us on radio. Thank you for joining us here on TV. We're happy to bring in this broadcast. And quite a game to present too tonight. I guess one thing to look at if you're Fitchburg State, maybe a strange way to look at this as being like your Game 7. The reason I say Game 7 is you've had 3 previous meetings with the Vikings and you went unbeaten. So look at that as 3 victories. And imagine, like, say, a best-of-7 series and you were down already 3-0 and you made it to 3-3. So looking at 3-3, you're in your third period of this game, all tied at 2, and almost like next goal wins it.
Almost seems that way, but you can never tell with these MASCAC games. It gets pretty crazy. By the way, an update from Plymouth, New Hampshire through 2 periods of play there. It's UMass Dartmouth 1, Plymouth State 1. Plymouth State won all 3 of those meetings against UMass Dartmouth, all of them in blowouts. But that game is close. And after all, it's the MASCAC semifinals, so level in both of them going into the third period. Pretty crazy night we've got here for ice hockey. You know, in D2 and D3 hockey, that's the scoreboard. That's all that there is tonight. You know, all the other conferences, they've got most of their business done. They're going to finish it up on the weekend. Fitchburg will do so as well. Well, not Fitchburg, but the MASCAC. Maybe Fitchburg will be involved with that. We hope so.
It's a crazy night for MASCAC hockey. Like saying goes, it doesn't get better than this. But you've got 2 games all tied up going into the final periods.
Yep, for the Falcons, Sasha Figge twice, 11:52 of the first, 12:02 into the second. For Salem State, Daniel Campbell, 16:06 into the second, and Ryan Wilkinson, 17:18 into the second. 2 goals in 72 seconds to equalize for Salem after Fitchburg held a 2-0 lead. 20 minutes left in regulation in this contest. How will it shake out? We are underway in the third. Fitchburg now going left to right in the home white uniforms, green numbering, gold trim. The Vikings in the road orange, blue numbers, white trim, going right to left. Parker Wood turns around, sends it off the boards to the neutral zone. Picked up by the captain, Michael Casale, but he's put into the boards, taken off the puck Vikings can't touch as it's put back into the zone on a delayed offsides. Vikings finally tag up, but Fitchburg's had the chance to regroup. They send it down ice. Gordon gets a tap on for Fitchburg. And now the Falcons trying to get a handle on the puck behind the net after Pucciarelli left it there. Fitchburg was the first to get there, but they can't do anything with it.
And the Falcons make a line change too.
Changing up the personnel. The Falcons have been leading these periods with their second line, but now they go to the first line. That's arguably the most dangerous one of the most dangerous lines in the MASCAC. Tyler Warilla, Nick DiNicola, and Sasha Figge. About 100 points between them this season. Warilla has it now for the Falcons in the neutral zone. Nice stick work by the Vikings. And Casey Miller takes it off his stick. Miller on the left side, into the zone, backhand shot, cut down through traffic to the right wing corner. Wilkinson taking off the puck there. He had the equalizer for Salem. Warilla on for Figge. He gets a touch on into the zone on the near side. They battle for it. Campbell loses a handle on it to DiNicola. Now Warilla right side. Finds a streaking Corey Hayashi. He takes a shot, and Pucciarelli shuts the door, makes the save.
18-17 to go in period 3, all tied at 2.
It's not sudden death at this point, but
not yet. We've got 18 minutes, 17 seconds to go before we say sudden death.
Draw comes to the left of Pucciarelli. Hayashi to take the draw, loses it. Olsen takes it for Salem around the boards for Heleno. Heleno tries to knock it along. Well, he's had some time to get rested up after blocking a shot from Figge. That really slowed him down. On the far side, Brandon Wolf for Salem. He'll flick it up ice. Campbell will back off and just try to cut it down as Glover plays it along the boards to the left side. Skim the top of the boards, but does not touch the netting. It stays in play. As the puck gravitates towards the slot, nobody can pounce on it for Salem as it goes back on the left side boards. Jocelyn trying to dig it out there. Hayashi there for Fitchburg as well. Wolf for Salem trying to make a push on, but Vicario will take it for the Falcons. First Vicario, long stretch pass, one-on-one, Germain. Germain tries to make nifty moves, he's tripped up, that will be a penalty. I don't think that's what the Viking intended to do, but that's what he's gone and done. He's taken Germain out of the plays, he tried to cut to his left, and Fitchburg's going on the power play for the third time tonight. Heleno to the box.
Big opportunity, power play chance.
And we can see on the replay, Heleno was just trying to move, but his right
trying
skate,
to move, but he tripped him.
His right skate just a bit too slow. Their skates collide. Germain goes down. That's a penalty. It's not his intention, but it's what happened. Might have been a good penalty considering what Germain would have done if he had cleanly gotten past. He would have been all alone on Pucciarelli. I think it's the right thing to do, but Fitchburg on the power play, 1 for 2 tonight. Figge on the near side for Warilla at the point. Goes to the left side for DiNicola. Tries to make a pass, goes off a Viking. Now tries to find Figge quickly, but the pass on the wrong side of the stick. Warilla blasts, but misfired. Vicario slows it down behind the net. Falcons with 5 forwards on the ice. That's what they like to do on the power play. As they look for a wraparound chance, second chance save. Another shot in front. A scramble in the goal mount, but Pucciarelli able to hold the puck for a draw. 17:01 to go in the third, 1:32 on the power.
Pucciarelli standing tall in goal for the Vikings. As the Falcons put the pressure on right now, the key for the Falcons, just keep the pressure on, just keep the puck in the Vikings defensive zone. The longer you keep it in the zone, better your chance of getting that goal.
Vikings change a couple personnel. Falcons will keep the same 5 on the ice. Pucciarelli making his 52nd consecutive start, and Fitchburg hopes it'll be his last. But they've got to get another goal by him. Gordon regains the zone for the Falcons. Lost a handle on the puck. Trying to dig it out on the far side. Pinballs around, and Warilla will pick it up. Skating it back to his own zone. Warilla, quick pass up to Gordon. Gordon goes to the left side, tries to find DiNicola. DiNicola trying to find Hillett, cutting to the net maybe for a redirection. Ultimately, it ends up going off the side of the net. 16:20 to go in the third. And 50 on the power. Salem picks it up at their own blue line, clears it down the ice.
Both teams making line changes.
Behind the net it'll go. And Fitchburg holding on there, taking their time, making sure they're all squared away. They've got the other line out there. And Kramer rushes up the right side. Kramer trying to play that to himself. Casey Miller getting there for Salem as well to disrupt the play. So it goes to Burns. Burns looking for McPherson, but Strong positioning by Salem won't allow that. Puck takes a hop off the boards, finds Kramer, goes for McPherson at the point, back for Kramer at the half boards. Now for Hillick, 15 on the power. On the left side, Burns winds, fires, and that just goes straight into the netting and out with 10 to go on the power. 15:39 to go in the third. Again, level at 2, MASCAC semifinal.
I think what the players need to do, Falcon players need to do, in passing the puck around, go towards the puck. Don't wait for the puck to come to you, because if you wait, the longer you wait for the puck to come to you, the better the chance the Vikings are going to take that puck away from you and head down the ice.
Falcons getting their next line out there to get ready for when the kill ends, which it's going to, when the kill for Salem ends. Their power play ends right now, as out of the box is Heleno. The Falcons and the Vikings now 5 square. Again, 15:20 to go in this game. Winner goes to the MASCAC championship game and is 1 step away from the NCAA tournament. And the loser will have their season come to an end. There are no consolation tournaments in ice hockey. If you lose, your season is done. Makema into the zone, found some space, gets a shot. Sorry, had to do the splits. Wasn't expecting the puck to go where it went, but he was able to do the splits and make the save with his right toe. Fitchburg able to regather the puck, and they'll complete a line change. So they'll try to touch it on and send it down the ice. Perry's able to do so, putting into the Viking zone. Mustaniemi there for the Vikings. Now on for Callum Hofford. Eklund finds Perry. Perry looking around. Falcons have that 4th line out, looking to center, trying to find the small space was Perry to try to squeak it past like Dan Shea had done, tried to do a couple times for Salem in the second, but Pucciarelli was having none of it.
Perry did a good job. That's what the Falcons need to do. Keep the pressure on, make turnovers, force turnovers. If they did that time, giving them an opportunity, they've got to make more opportunities like that. It's a time to make your own breaks.
Falcons have the top line back out on the ice there. Warilla, Figgy, and Di Nicola. Draw won by Fitchburg, and Warilla tried to get it back to Figgy, but the pass intercepted. Miller up the ice, can't get a clean pass to Cook. Fitchburg at the red line, finds Figgy, touches on at the blue line, dumps it in. Puck dies just before Pucciarelli. Salem will swoop in, take it, send it back into the neutral zone. Pass up ice again, trying to find Di Nicola just out of his reach. One of the Vikings loses his stick as well. Nice poke by Warilla. They have a chance for a one-timer, I don't know, but they go for the backhand chance. Great chance by Warilla. Made another shot by Glover from the left circle. That stop by Pucciarelli might have been blocked in front as well. A centering chance is intercepted by the Vikings. They'll try to bring it down ice, maybe a 3-on-2. On the left side, Wilkinson shoots, deflected into the netting and out. Great chance Fitchburg had there.
Great chance. It was Warilla right out in front, and he got clocked. He got clocked and knocked out of the play.
13:45 to go in the third period. 2-2 the score. Face off to the right of Kirby Sari. 24-23 the shots in favor of Fitchburg, say the big green board at the Zamboni end in the Civic Center. And the big red numbers that tell the score says it's 2-2. On the left side, Casali holds. Casali shoots, tries to find top left corner, misses the net. Heleno for Makema. Vikings have their top line out on the ice right now. Parker Wood gets tangled up with the referee. And now they try to dig it out on the far side boards. Fitchburg able to spit it down ice. And this is going to be icing. 13:16 to go in the third.
And tomorrow night on the K-Zone, we've got Boston Celtics basketball, the Celtics and the Charlotte Hornets from the Garden. Pre-game 7 o'clock, tip-off 7:30 on the K-Zone. 105.3 FM at AM 1280 WPKZ.
Draw will come to Sari's left. Shots in this period favoring Fitchburg. Shot blocked out in front by Fitchburg on the chance for Salem. On the right side, Wilkinson tries to center, doesn't find anyone. Perry off the boards. Attempt to be played by Mustaniemi. Icing will be waived. The Falcons win the race to it. Hillick tries to center. Now Perry gets a quick shot, saved by Pucciarelli. Rebound put back in the right wing corner. Hillick tries to get to the puck, but is stick not in a great position to play it on. He gets tied up with Casey Miller. Falls to the ice, comes back up. We play on, everybody's all right. And the Falcons will back off as they're going to try to sneak a line change in. Callum Hofford skates it up, and he did not gain the red line. He was just short of it, and icing is called. Hofford skated almost all of the length he needed to, but then dumped it in just 2 feet short.
And that's not the first time that's happened tonight where we've seen a player come up to the red line thinking they cleared it, and they come up short, and icing's called, and they send the puck back the other way.
And the draw will come to the left of Pucciarelli. They just got a little ahead of themselves, Salem State did. And the Vikings will win the draw with the tired legs out. Zerbe, quick shot, blockered up in the air by Pucciarelli. Just missed hitting the ceiling and the netting, and stays in play. Fitchburg trying to prevent Salem from making a line change. They dump it back in. Miscommunication, but Pucciarelli able to stick the puck out. A poke check made as Fitchburg tried to center after a bit of miscommunication in the left wing corner by the Vikings.
Dangerous clipping. Nobody home to get it.
Oh, isn't that the circumstances for a lot of plays? On the far side of the ice, Fitchburg will try to bring it up. It's Ricky Kramer, harassed by a couple of Vikings. Kramer doubles back, looking for a chance to center. Finds Glover, wrong hand, has to bring it back across. Shot off the knee of Bill Hickey and cleared to the red line. Falcons dump back in, delayed offsides. They have to tag up and change while they're at it. Might as well. Long stretch pass right side. This is Campbell, but Jocelyn able to step up and knock the puck out of play. And they're going to say it's off a Viking stick, so the faceoff will be out of the zone.
It'll be off the stick of Campbell, so they're going to move the puck out beyond the blue line.
11:30 to go, third period, 2-2 the score. I can tell you that the shots on goal on the big green board, it's 26-23 Fitchburg. The shots in the live stats are 27-22. So no discrepancy tonight. Pretty level on both sides. Sent to the left wing boards for Fitchburg. Around for Vicario on the right side in the Viking zone. Vicario looking for a backhand turnaround. Can't get a shot off, puts it in the right corner. Germain tries to step up, keep the puck from coming out of play. He's knocked down, and Wood tries to clear it around. Fitchburg will pick it up in the neutral zone, and just as he unleashes the puck, Hayashi is dumped by Parker Wood. Big cheer from the Vikings faithful, love that hit. Trey Olsen up the left side. Olsen looks for a shot, saved by Sari. Juggled the rebound for a moment, but has time to pounce on it and does so and covers.
10:45 to go, and our next game of the week broadcast is Thursday as Wachusett boys basketball takes on the winner of the Acton-Boxborough-Algonquin game. That's the quarterfinal playoff matchup. We got the action tip-off Thursday night on the K-Zone.
7 o'clock start, 6:45 pregame. We'll have it for you. Myself and Jack Linehan will have the call. Draw won by the Vikings. Mustaniemi takes a shot that pinballs, takes one or two changes of direction, ultimately goes wide to the right, never on goal. Long stretch pass for Fitchburg, too far for anybody, and taken by Callum Hofford back the other way for Salem. Want to catch the Falcons off. Mackenzie Cook gains the zone on the right side, but the Fitchburg defense able to get back. On the far side, rough and tumble play. Salem trying to get a chance on. They get a shot, and it's kicked away by Sari. Biggie behind his net, glances it around, tries to find Di Nicola, pushed into the boards on the far side. Pinballs back towards goal off the side of the net, and Sari settles it. Fitchburg trying to get it out, but intercepted by Cook, looking for a redirection from Wilkinson. It goes just wide. Di Nicola holds it on the far side while the Vikings change. Fitchburg changing a bit as well. Di Nicola with the shot from the left point, blockered away by Pucciarelli. Into the left wing corner and around. Glover's going to be the first to get there for Fitchburg. Back around, finds Gordon. Two Vikings there for Salem. Gordon shaking them off. Di Nicola turns around, centers, but nobody was there anyway, and the pass was intercepted. Campbell up the left side. Campbell looking, trying to go towards goal. Gets a shot off, saved by Sari. And the puck comes out to the right side. 9:20 to go in the third. Falcons gain the red line, dump in. And trying to put it right towards goal was Kramer. Couldn't get a stick on it. Salem coming back, and Wolf stands up a check from Glover. Dispossessed on the second effort. The Vikings try to regain the zone from Derek Makema, but Glover standing him up, but Makema regains it. Jocelyn able to take it away. Puck goes down the ice. Did it touch someone? No, it didn't. Icing is called.
It didn't touch someone, but it went by It went by a Salem State defenseman who let it go by, so they call icing.
I don't think they felt he actually had a chance to make a play on it because it came by him so quickly.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if it touched anyone, and even if it did, I think it was on the wrong side of the red line anyway, so.
8:56 to go, third period.
Face-off won by the Vikings and sent around in the corner for Makema. Makema looking for a center, now he reverses to the left side. Tries to find Hickey. Hickey takes a shot through traffic, never got all the way through. Fitchburg back the other way into the attacking zone. They find Zerbe. Zerbe trying to get around a defender, plays around him, but drops it off now on the left side. Nobody there at all for anybody. And Salem able to bring it out. Wood, long cross-ice pass to the right side. Salem trying to go in, but Burns stands him up and won't let him go anywhere. Good takeout by Evan Burns. And that was Brody Heleno who was making the play up on the right side for Salem.
Good defensive play, staying with the body, keeping him out of it, keeping him out of harm's way.
Salem just barely keeps it in for a moment, but now Fitchburg tries to come back. On the left side, offsides, Vicario entered the zone too early.
Just a step too quick.
It was 2-on-3. It was going to be difficult anyway, but that doesn't make things any easier for Fitchburg. Faceoff will come outside the zone.
8:06 to go here in the third period, and as you mentioned, it'll be to the left side, outside faceoff zone.
Hayashi to take the draw for the Falcons, loses it to Casey Miller. Miller on for Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets a shot, saved by Sari with the glove, just punching it away. Couldn't cleanly catch it. Fitchburg able to clear the zone though, but Salem dumps back in. Played off the boards, not a good bounce. Miller onto the left side, good chance for Salem. They can't get the shot cleanly off. Sari may have gotten a piece of it.
Sari did get a piece of it.
That was dangerous for Fitchburg. Salem looking for their first lead of the night. They scored the last two after Fitchburg got the first two. Now Cook knocks it into the zone. Salem changes lines, except for the 1-4 checker. Fitchburg just struggling to keep it out of the zone, get it out of their zone. Campbell, great defense by him, great forechecking. Fitchburg now able to get it across the blue line, finds Hillick on a cross-ice, but Mustaniemi there to stand him up. Around for Eklund. Eklund pushed into the boards. And one of the Falcons down behind the play. Back up and now skating off the ice is Kevin Perry. Meanwhile, the Vikings gain the offensive zone. As looking for a passing lane was Dan Holland, couldn't find one, gives off behind the net, trying to circle around, discombobulate Sari. They get a shot off, but it pops high over the net. Stays in play. Holland on the right side. Pushed into the boards by McPherson. Brandon Wolf is there as well for Salem. A battle against the boards, 4 pushed out. Saboyu gets a handle on it. Salem bench appealing for a penalty somewhere, not given. And the face-off and a whistle as the puck to knock out of play with 6:29 to go in the third.
One thing we really haven't talked about during this contest, we mentioned it 12 days ago when we saw Salem State. They've got some big kids on this team. And what we're seeing in the third period, they're going to their big players, they're going to the beef, and they're putting the body, really putting the body to the Falcon players, trying to wear them down.
One of the strategies that's been pretty effective overall. We've seen a lot of big hits, mostly coming from the Salem Vikings. 6:20 to go in this game. Falcons hold behind their own net. Salem will wait for him. And Victor, the breakout pass deflected towards goal, but icing as it doesn't make it to the crease, just misses to the left. Just a quick breakout pass, the touch behind the red line, and icing called, now down to 6:09.
Because you're seeing the number of hits that they're planning on the Falcons, and with every hit you can see like the Falcons is like wearing down, and now's not the time to wear down. You gotta find the energy.
Shot through a screen, Sari got a piece of it. And Fitchburg gets it out of their own zone, and Warilla trying to burst up ice. Warilla trying to make the moves. And Warilla taken down and has drawn a penalty, much to the incredulousness of the Viking fanful. The Viking fan face shocked. They've given a penalty as Warilla taken out. Let's see what it is, as they've signaled a hook. I mean, they may have argued that it was a clean takeout play or whatever, but there's limits to what you can do to take a guy out, and hooking is not allowed.
Right, Derek Makema going off with a hook at 14:04.
5:56 to go in the third. 4th power play of the night for Fitchburg.
Falcons 1 for 3 in the power play tonight.
And on the draw, Fitchburg trying to control it, going to goal, and moving around to the left is Vicario. Goes behind the net, now he tries to reverse and goes to the right. Makes a pass off, and tries to find Di Nicola, who protects the puck from Holland. Di Nicola in the left circle for Vicario, back for Di Nicola. Looking around, trying to find where to go out in front. Some dangerous play there, but again, both teams having trouble settling the puck down. Now it's back to the left wing corner. Di Nicola goes to the point, finds Warilla. He gets a shot off. Glove save by Pucciarelli.
Big glove save by Pucciarelli. 5:23 to go. 1:28 to go on the power play for the Falcons.
And a timeout is going to be called by head coach Dean Fuller. I think that's the right thing to do there. This is a great chance to go and take the lead. And how about you call your timeout now to try to draw up some strategy here?
You try to figure out what you're going to do. While they're calling a timeout, a reminder, we've got a Boston sports triple header Saturday on the K-Zone. We've got the Red Sox and the Yankees spring training action at 1 o'clock. Then the Bruins and the Canadians from the Garden. And we wrap it up with a big primetime game. Celtics and the Houston Rockets from Houston at 8:30. All the action on the K-Zone Saturday. You're home for the most live games. And we've got a great game here tonight at the Wallace Civic Center.
Here on the K-Zone and simulcast on FATV. 5:23 to go in the third. Fitchburg 2, Salem 2. It's about as even of a game as you could expect. A nice crowd coming out here to watch the Falcons play today in this MASCAC semifinal. Winner goes to the MASCAC championship game on Saturday, and the loser will see their season come to an end.
With 1:28 to go in the power play, needless to say, you're seeing Salem State putting their big bodies out there. So you've got your quickness. Make the most of your quickness and make something happen with your quickness.
Derek Makema needs to serve another 88 seconds in the box. He was called for hooking. And the Falcons also, by calling the timeout, they keep their top unit out there. They get them that minute of rest. That's the other reason you call that timeout. Give them a chance to rest up. As Gordon can't get a hold on it, and Salem will try to clear the zone. They can't do so. And Vicario looking for a redirection out in front. Crazy chance. Pucciarelli is taken out. Face-off will come out.
Too many bodies inside the crease.
Just a mess there as they try to get that redirection on. And Di Nicola, I think, may have gotten shoved into Pucciarelli. I'm not exactly sure, but Pucciarelli was taken out of the play. He was able to make the stop anyway. No rule, the face-off will come outside the zone. Di Nicola not sure why, but
Di Nicola's not happy with the call.
I believe he feels he was pushed into the net, into Pucciarelli.
He wants an interference call against Salem State, but it's not going to happen.
So he gets the explanation.
He's still not happy.
Yep. So Salem will have it at the red line. It's just a 1-on-2. And the shot blocked by Warilla. Falcons don't have any defensemen on the ice. Their first power play unit, it's 5 forwards. Something they've done over the years to great effect. Up the left side and into the zone, Gordon. James Gordon looking around. Into the boards by 2 Vikings. There's a chance, one-timer saved by Pucciarelli. And on the rebound, Figgy fanned on the one-time a chance. He would have had a hat trick right there if he could have gotten that home. Just whiffed on it. At the point,
you could hear a gasp from the crowd because they were thinking hat trick.
They were thinking that was going to be a goal. It was that close. 25 on the power play. Figgy, he shoots, save, rebound, taken by Salem, but intercepted. Now another chance, popped up in the air, and it's a goal! Figgy! He's got the hat trick with 4:14 to go in the third. 3 goals tonight for Sasha Figgy. What a night!
The timeout pays off. They're going to see it on the replay.
You can see the shot by Gordon. It pops off the body in front, and Figgy able to go bar down top right corner.
Top right corner, right over the gloved hand of Pucciarelli. And the Falcons are back in front.
3-2. What a goal, what a chance.
15:46 the time of the goal, and for the Falcons, their second power play goal of the game.
And it's the freshman from Cloten, Switzerland, one of the best freshmen in all of Division III this year, Sasha Figge. He's gotten all three tonight for Fitchburg. And now, Dramatics going down the stretch. Under 4 to go. 3-2 Fitchburg in front. But Salem's not going to go away quietly. A pass misdirected into the zone for Salem. On the far side, McAmus sends it down. He's had a chance to rest. Casale tried to take the shot, and Zerbe decks him. He was ready to whine and fire like he had all the time in the world, and Dean Zerbe with the hip check. Beautiful. On the far side, Burns knocks it out of his own end. And Salem brings it back in on the left side. Miller looking, trying to cut in front. No one to center. It's intercepted by Josh Victor.
Got a 3-on-2.
Victor will try to lead it up. He'll get a shot on. Pucciarelli will make the save with 3:14 to go in the third. 3-2 Fitchburg.
Sasha Figge with a hat trick tonight. You're listening to the K-Zone, 105.3 FM, AM 1280. The K-Zone, your home for the most live games in central Massachusetts. Also, you're watching us on FATV. Daniel Bolak, Sherman Whitman, thank you so much for joining us for what has been an exciting game here at the Wallace Civic Center.
Oh, you bet. Fitchburg takes the draw and circles around, gets a shot from Vicario, and it's stopped by Pucciarelli. 3:08 to go now. They battle for the draw in the right circle. And a control behind the net now. Vicario with two Vikings in there. Mustaniemi trying to dig it out. And moving around, it's Kramer in the right corner. And a penalty.
A penalty coming up. Kramer's going off for tripping.
The hooking, I think, is going to be the call. It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. He's going off. He can't believe the call.
It wasn't intentional, but his stick got caught in the legs of Callum Hofford.
He can't believe it happened.
Well, we said it earlier on a penalty that Salem took. It wasn't the intention, but that's what ended up happening. And Dean Fuller talking with his team now, trying to get them, get their heads in the game with 2:51 to go. We're going down to the wire. The score 3-2 Fitchburg, and now Salem will call their timeout.
Every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m., tune into the Money Pit Home Improvement Show for great tips and money-saving improvement ideas. Saturday morning on the K-Zone, brought to you by Builder Surplus. The K-Zone, 105.3 FM and AM 1280 WPKZ. Again, 2:51 to go. If you're a Fitchburg State, the most important thing you do right now is just clear the puck. Get the puck out of your zone. And while we're playing, there's another game going on, that game being Plymouth State and UMass Dartmouth.
And 6 minutes to go up at Hanaway Rink in Plymouth. And Plymouth State is trailing. It's 2-1 UMass Dartmouth.
So if the scores hold, that's a big if right now, because we're right now at the closing moments of each game.
If the scores hold where they are, and it stays as it is,
the MASCAC championship would be here Saturday afternoon.
It would be Fitchburg, UMass Dartmouth right here in Fitchburg. But we have to see how this shakes up. You can't assume anything. 171 ticks left on the clock.
Not to mention 120 ticks with the Vikings on the power play.
And
a big clear.
Draw taken
by Gordon.
And Gordon getting on his belly and poking it down the end of the ice, and that'll kill precious seconds for Salem State. They're looking for their fifth trip in a row to the MASCAC championship game. The two-time defending MASCAC champions. Will they be able to find a goal to equalize it? Fitchburg able to clear it down without Salem taking a shot. It's 2:20 now to go in this game.
Less than 90 seconds to go on the power play for the Vikings.
Salem will look to reset again. About a 20% power on the season. Just their second power play tonight. Into the zone on the right side. Hofford battling with Victor. On the right side, settled down. A shot. I don't know if it got all the way through. And another clear by Victor, tallest player on the Falcons. Pucciarelli with a quick breakout pass down ice. Casale now to the right side. Fitchburg only had 3 skaters on. Now they have 4. Shot saved by Sari.
That's a big save.
on the shot from Callum Hofford with 1:46 to go.
Big plays by Victor, a big play by Gordon. Each player diving to poke the puck out of their defensive zone. 55 seconds to go in the power play. We're down to 106 seconds to go in the period.
Draw to the right of Kirby Sari. James Gordon to take it for the Falcons. One of the two captains for the Vikings take it. It's Olsen on the left point. Will go to the right point now. Holding on, looking for a chance in front. Tries to find Cook. Olsen moves it along. It's taken away. Could be a breakaway. It's Hayashi going to goal. Score! Corey Hayashi shorthanded with 1:31 to go. 4-2 Falcons.
The biggest goal of the season for the Fitchburg State Falcons. On the replay, you'll see it happen. Here we go. He gets a steal and works it past Pucciarelli.
A backhand play for Corey Hayashi, just his 4th goal of this season, his 75th career game, his 8th career goal, and a penalty against Salem, against Derek Makema for the slash trying to stop Corey Hayashi, and the power play goes away, and Salem in deep, deep trouble.
And when the power play goes away, like the power play is over now because it's now 4-4 hockey. So Falcons are 41 seconds away from a power play. And do you keep your goaltender in net if you're Salem State?
I think you've got to pull him now sooner rather than later. You're down by 2 goals.
And they're pulling Pucciarelli now.
And a great chance by Cook as Pucciarelli is off. Extra attackers on. It's 5-on-4. And Fitchburg brings it up on the left side. Burns going to the empty net. He's overskated. And the puck just went a little far away. Burns had a race to get to it. And he tries to jam it home. He hits the post at point-blank range. That would have surely ended this game. Behind the play now, it's DiNicola trying to put on the moves. It's 5-on-4 basically now, and it'll be even strength as Fitchburg's going for the empty net. It misses, and they're going to call the icing. And Figgy's wondering, why are you calling the icing? As he felt he'd won the race to the docks. But the faceoff will come back down to the Fitchburg end with 47.7 seconds left.
47 seconds to go before a ticket to the MASCAC Conference Final.
And I'd like to remind everyone, Fitchburg is now on the power play. Makema in the box basically for the rest of regulation. So Salem would need 2 shorthanded goals. Now 5-on-5, Pucciarelli on the bench. And he's now wondering, will he ever get to come back on? Has he played the last seconds of his collegiate career? Here, on the left side, Salem trying to control the puck. Figgy's got a hold on it. He's going to dump it all the way down. Going for the empty net. Why not? It's going to kill time regardless. The clock will stop with 31.7 seconds left as it goes wide to the left. Figgy looking for his 4th. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Sasha Figgy got the goal at 15:46 on the power play to make it 3-2. And then Corey Hayashi with a breakaway to make it 4-2.
His 4th of the season, and
shot through traffic goes wide to the left. Salem tries to play the bounce off the boards. Out to the left side, a shot cut down in front. Fitchburg's got a 2-on-1. Back to the other one. A 3-on-1 to surely put it away. It's gonna be put away. Kramer gets the empty netter with 16.5 seconds left, and that is going to put an end to the Salem State dynasty. They will not be 3-time champions this year.
That is the icing on the cake for the Falcons. A 3-on-1 with an open net. 5-2 Falcons, and the celebration has begun.
16.5 seconds left. Jason Pucciarelli skates back to the net. A power play goal. It's going to go in the books as for Ricky Kramer. And Pucciarelli will now get to play the last 16.5 seconds of his collegiate career.
An amazing career, too.
Amazing career for Pucciarelli. An amazing game for him as well. But just not enough done. Fitchburg takes control late. Takes advantage of the power plays. Their 3rd power play goal of the night. Time will run down.
And you'll hear the fans counting it down.
They'll count it down. Fitchburg sends it around the boards. One more shot stopped by Sari. Cleared, the buzzer sounds. The Falcons, for the first time in 7 years, are going to the MASCAC championship game.
And the celebration is on as they mob their goalie, Corby Sari, for a job well done.
Over 25 saves tonight for the junior from Cape Elizabeth, Maine. And the Falcons have beaten Salem for the 3rd time this season, and they have knocked the Vikings out of the MASCAC playoffs.
This, for the Falcons, this was their Game 7, and they made it count.
And we have to keep our eyes on the live stats now. There's 73 seconds left at Hanaway Rink in Plymouth. It's still 2-1, UMass Dartmouth in front. There's a very real chance the conference championship will go through Fitchburg. But regardless, you'll see now the two teams, they always shake hands after every game, but for the Vikings and all of their seniors,
this has got to be a bittersweet handshake. This is a bittersweet procession. This is the one procession that you don't want to face. The one where your season is coming to an end, and also where your collegiate career is coming to an end, because this is a senior-laden lineup, a very proud lineup, and you hate to see any team end their season and see players in their careers this way.
Yep, that's how it goes down. You know, we look at the seniors for Salem State: Derek Makama, Daniel Campbell, Brian Wilkinson, Dan Holland, Casey Miller, Michael Casale, Mackenzie Cook, and Jason Pucciarelli. A huge part of this Viking core. Their season and careers come to an end tonight in Fitchburg as Fitchburg State wins this one by a score of 5-2. And the crowd loud and proud, the Falcons saluting the crowd. There's going to be one more game at least for this Fitchburg State campaign. Is it going to be here on Saturday? Is it going to be up in Plymouth, New Hampshire? I'm furiously refreshing the live stats from Hanaway. I don't know yet.
It's still too soon to tell, although right now UMass Dartmouth has a 2-1 lead, and they're down to their final 69 seconds to play down at up in Plymouth, New Hampshire.
Yep. So Salem's, the last 4 years, it was Fitchburg. The last 4 years, the MASCAC championship game in ice hockey has been Plymouth and Salem 4 years in a row. That streak comes to an end tonight.
And they split the 4 too. They split those 4.
Yep. Plymouth won the first 2. Salem won the next 2. You know, before that, UMass Dartmouth was able to get a victory themselves. And UMass Dartmouth's trying to get back there, you know, first time in 5 years themselves. Could they make it 2 teams of fresh blood? It could be that close.
The answer is 69 seconds away. Since we're still here, down to 50 seconds to go. Well, we got a moment. You want to talk about 3 stars right now? Or you want to take a break, then come back and talk about our 3 stars?
I think we will talk about 3 stars, but I think we've held on for long enough here on FATV. You'll just have to look up the live stats. Oh, by the way, it's 3-1 UMass Dartmouth now.
So we could say it's going to, the MASCAC championship will be Saturday afternoon here at the Wallace Civic Center.
It may very well be. This may not be the last game at the Civic Center for the Falcons tonight. It might not be just tonight. They might be back here on Saturday. You'll want to stay tuned and look for further information on if we'll try to bring that to you on FATV if possible. But for now, I think we're going to sign off. A final score here from, so we're going to take a break on WPKZ. We'll come back for the final. We'll come back.
We'll come back on the K-Zone. But for those who are on FATV, Daniel Bolak, Sherman Whitman, thanks so much for joining us here. It's been an exciting night, and there's one more game for the Falcons to play. And as it stands right now, it's going to be Saturday. We can tell you right now we got a final score from New Hampshire. It's going to be UMass Dartmouth playing the Falcons Saturday afternoon, because UMass Dartmouth has just closed out Plymouth State by the score of 3-1.
Incredible. The final, so UMass Dartmouth, after getting blown out not once, not twice, but 3 times against Plymouth State. They've gone up to Plymouth's barn. They've shocked the Panthers, and it's going to be Fitchburg, UMass Dartmouth, right here in Fitchburg for the MASCAC Championship on Saturday.
And so now we'll wrap it up. For those who are on FATV, Daniel Bolak, Sherman Whitman, thanks so much for joining us. For those who are in the K-Zone, stick around. We're going to give you our 3-star selections when we come back.
Yep, for bonus coverage. Stay tuned on the K-Zone again on FATV. Thanks to our wonderful crew for bringing you this game. Until next time, so long from Fitchburg.